Here is the F4U Corsair in the 400mm series. This is a SonikRC one. This is what you get in the box. The transmitter, that's quite a nice unit with 3 modes: beginner, mid and expert, and also an aerobatics button that allows you to do a loop or a roll. Press that once and then either move the stick back to do a loop or left or right to do a roll. That's your throttle control, that's ailerons left and right, and that is elevator, that one to climb, that one to dive, and this is your rudder. You do have trim controls, normally I leave those though, and this is the on off switch. It takes 4 AA's that you need to put in there. Comes with a tiny prop saver. This goes on the motor if you need to change it. It also comes with the power pack, the 3.7 cell LiPo, something around 400 milliamp hours. That is the charger for it. It has a USB connection, so you will need a USB plug adapter for that. It also has a prop that's particular to the Corsair, and I think the Trojan, and I hope as well it has another prop on the plane. And then this is the undercarriage. I'm going to leave that in the bag. It's got some screws in there and a screwdriver even is supplied, and that is because this undercarriage does not clip on, you have to screw it on. And finally it comes with instructions. I'll cut that out so I can just slot that in easy again. This one comes out like that. And the moment of truth, it has got a prop on it. There we are. The F4U Corsair. It's a little beauty, isn't it? Now, I happen to note the nose is a little longer than it should be really, and that's because the main wings are set further rearward on these fly models, obviously to help them fly, and I can forgive it for that. It still has the lines of a Corsair, that gull wing look, the polyhedral, and that's so that the undercarriage could not be as long as it would otherwise need to be with a flat wing. That kink in the wing allowed the undercarriage to be a little bit shorter, a little bit less weight, a little bit easier therefore to fit into the wing, so that they could have this massive prop on it. I think it was a 13-foot prop on the Corsair, and that was because the engine was 2,000 horsepower. So it had a big prop and a big engine, so that was why the wing had this polyhedral shape to it. 167 still flies. That's nice, strengthening struts here. Now on the early models, the Mustang, the Corsair and the Trojan, there are no inspection hatches for the motor and the servos. So if you needed to get into them, you'd have to carefully cut around the joins to get to the servo and electronics. And the motor is of course in there, and its gearbox. It's very nice though. I like the way that looks. All up weight is going to be around 60 grams, that's with the power pack in it. Now the power pack needs to be stored at 3.8 volts for a single cell. That's a good storage level. Don't let it drop below 3 volts and don't let it go puffy. If you do, you might have to throw your battery away. I'm going to read this power pack now. Let us see what it says. All are at 3.8, 3.85. So this is actually perfect storage, 3.84. 3.85. Yeah. So I do need to charge that up and get that to around 4.1, 4.2, and then that is ready for flight. And that will give me about 7 minutes of flight time. You can fly for longer and just run until it falls out of the sky. I wouldn't recommend that though, because you really take it out of these power packs, and instead I would fly for 7 minutes, use a lipometer or lipo alarm. These little things are only a few pounds online on auction sites, for example, and just measure it and put another battery in once you've used that one up. That's the way that I like to do it. I label up my transmitters so I know which one belongs to which plane. That's handy in the field if you take more than one out. I have tried to power up the wrong transmitter with the wrong plane before, so now I don't do that because I like to label them up. So Corsair. This is the underneath of the plane. I also put my name and phone number on the model in case I ever lose it over a fence. What I've done there is a laminated sign. That's just printed out and laminated. It gives it some sort of waterproof protection. I leave mine with the undercarriage off. I just prefer it that way, less risk to the nose. Wing root. That's a little bit